Welcome to another KhaliTutors tutorial session. In this tutorial session, we'll be focusing on sustainability and grade. If you'd like to contact us, please use the number provided on the screen. The purpose of this tutorial session is to answer some of the questions that you might have. I will discuss what a fully online module is. We'll try to answer all the questions that you might have in relation to grouping. We'll look at some of the common questions that had been asked by students previously. We'll discuss what the module is all about by looking at the content that is discussed or that is covered in this module. And lastly, we'll look at how your final mark will be calculated. So when we say that SUS1501 is a fully online module, we mean that all of your study materials and learning activities are online. There will be no printed study materials such as textbooks or study guides. This module has no prescribed textbook. All materials will be accessed from MyUnisa, and the link to MyUnisa is this one here shown in orange. I will also post this link under the description. Most of the communication between students and the university will be online. You will communicate with your lecturers or your TAs through my live email or discussion forums or the announcement portal. We will discuss more about the discussion forums and announcements in the next sections. Before we move on to the next topic, I think it is important that I show you this image, especially if you are a first-year student. In the next section, we'll be talking about links. What we mean are these here. This is an SUS general purpose link. This is where you find the general information about SUS, okay? So to get access to this page here, you need to log into your MyUnisa and then click on My Modules. Then a drop-down menu will appear, okay? I think that's enough for now. Let's move on now to discuss groups. On the previous slide, I have showed you where to access links in My Modules, okay? So SUS will have two links once the grouping process is complete. The first link will appear after registration, and the second link will appear once a student has been grouped. Grouping simply means you have been assigned a person that will mark your work. People that mark your work are referred to as teaching assistants or TAs. The first link is for general communication about the module. This is the link that I showed you on the previous slide. The second link is group specific. All of your assignments are submitted in the group specific site. All the study material are accessed through the group specific site. You will get your notes in your group specific site, not in the general purpose site. Okay, so let us look at some of the common questions about grouping. Here are some of the common questions that students have asked me in the past. The first question is, what must you do to get grouped? The answer to that is, there's nothing that you're supposed to do to get grouped. As long as you are registered for this module, you will be grouped. The second question is, how long does it take for the grouping process to complete? Grouping takes several weeks, and students are not grouped at the same time. Students grouped later will have different assignment due dates from those who were grouped early. How will you know that you have been grouped? Firstly, you will receive an email through your MyLife email that will notify you that you have been grouped. Secondly, a new group link will appear on My Modules, and it will look something like SUS1501 -23-S1 if it's semester 1, S2 if it's semester 2, dash, a number, and lastly a T, okay? How long after receiving your email will it take for the group to appear on MyUnisa? It normally takes up to 3 days. So you have to be patient. As soon as you get your email, just know that your group will appear at least after 3 days. Once you have been grouped, when you go to your group specific link, you will have access to the following. The first link that you will get there is a start here link. If you go through or if you follow that link, you will get access to pages that will allow you to read about plagiarism, and then you will declare that all the work that you submit or on this particular module is your work. After you've submitted the declaration about plagiarism and stuff, then you'll move on to at the crossroad. At the crossroad, that is where you will do your assignment number 1. So assignment number 1 is 100% multiple choice. You don't have to read anything before attempting assignment number 1, and all answers are correct. So you just have to be honest with yourself. It will make things easier when you are writing your portfolio, because you will go back to at the crossroad or assignment number 1 when you're doing your final portfolio. Okay, once you're done with that, you'll read some background stuff that's not really important, and then you will get your first set of notes. That's deontology. Okay, do the right thing, deontology. That's the first topic that will be covered in this module. The second topic will be on consequentialism. The third topic will be distributive justice. The fourth topic will be virtue ethics. The fifth one will be environmental ethics. The sixth one will be sustainability. And the last one will be on informal logic. Okay, that's basically all the content that is covered in this module. Do not fear this module. As long as you submit your work on time and you read your notes, you should be fine. Okay, and then the portfolio is just a reflection of everything that you would have done up to that point. Okay, you will also have access to the announcement link. That is where the lecturers will give you new information. If there are changes in terms of deadlines and whatever, it will be posted on announcements. And then you'll have a platform where you can ask questions to fellow students, and your TA will most likely respond on that particular forum. Okay, so your additional resources, there's not a lot of information in that space, but you can check it to see what's available. Okay, so let us go to the next slide, where we will be discussing how your final mark is calculated. Before discussing how your final mark is calculated for this module, it is important that I remind you that at university, the pass mark is 50. If you get anything between 40 and 50, you normally get a supplementary exam. But for modules like SUS1501, where there is no exam, if you get less than 50, you fail the module. So let us look at how each assignment contributes towards your final mark. Okay, so assignment 1 contributes 12% towards the class mark, not the final mark. Okay, so it's 12% of the class mark. Assignment 2 and 3 each is 10%. Assignment 4 up to 6 each contributes 12%. Assignment 7 and 8 each contribute 16% towards the class mark. The class mark contributes 80% towards your final mark. This means that if you got 100% for all of your assignments, you will have 80 marks, which will already be waiting to be added with the portfolio exam mark. Okay, so your portfolio exam only contributes 20% towards your final mark. But there is a condition. Even if you have 100 for all of your assignments, if you fail to get 40% on your portfolio exam, you will not pass the module. The only time that your final portfolio exam mark is counted is when you get more than 40% on your portfolio exam. If you get less than that, you fail the module, your class mark will not be counted. Okay, I think that is all that we needed to discuss for now. If you like to watch more of our content, you can download our app to make it easy for you to access the different videos, and you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then you'll get the latest videos the moment that we upload them. For additional help, you can also join our membership channel. That is where we're going to discuss previous solutions to some of the assignments.